Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Trading with JP. I'm your host JP, and in today's video we're going to talk about the price prediction for Solana and where it's going to go by the end of the year. So we all know that it's had a huge rally already for 2021, but now we've got one more month left, and I think that it's still got a little bit of legs. So we're going to end up talking about that. Before we dive into that chart, do me a favor, smash that like button. It really helps me out with the Google algorithm just to make sure that my videos are seen all over the crypto community within YouTube. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel. That way you don't miss out on any other price predictions. All right, let's do it. All right, welcome back to the video. So now that we are in TradingView, and again, guys, if this is not a tool that you are using, I highly recommend that you use the link, second link in the description. It allows you to get a free membership for TradingView. Everything that you see in my videos is on the free version. In fact, you can see the little banner down here that says unlock the full power. You know, that's not something for me that I necessarily need. I don't use the scanners. I don't necessarily need more indicators. But again, if this is not a tool that you're using, I highly recommend that you do it. All right, so now that that's out of the way, let's talk about Solana and where that I think the price prediction is going to go. So the first thing that we need to do is let's go ahead and create an arrow of where December 31 is. So we're trying to make sure that everything happens before the end of the year, right? So we can see our MACD shows that we're coming off of a big wave of negative resistance, if that's what you will, if that's what you want to call it, or kind of a downswing, right? We can see that downswing. We're getting ready to start coming back up. Looks like we're getting ready to come back and break up over that line as well. And we can see that the price is actually getting to break over here as well. So ultimately, the very first thing that I'm looking for is we want to establish our trend line, right? So I'm going to start kind of down here and try to match up as much of these as kind of possible. That's pretty close around here. All right, so that is going to be our trend line. So we dipped below our trend line a little bit. We're finally above it. We're getting ready, or just passing above our 20-day moving average. So all of the indicators show that this is going to keep moving with an upward momentum on our trend line, right? So every time that we hit the trend, we go up, we bounce back to the trend line, we go up, we come back down, we bounce off the trend line, we go up, and that can kind of just continues to keep happening. So ultimately, what I am going to be looking for is that this trend is going to continue to keep moving in an upward position, right? So if that is what we are looking for, the very first thing that I want to talk about is where the price could potentially go. So taking a look at so here 234, the body closed at about 230, so I would say that one's about 238. I don't know, I would say maybe right here in the middle. I'd probably call it about 235 would be my first area of resistance. So I would want to see that the price continues to keep getting up there. Next level would be up all the way up here at about 258. And then if we were to continue the momentum shift that we had, so I'm going to call it from here to here. So from here to here, we could be looking at potentially our very last, or breaking an all-time high of about 293. So we can see that this trend line, this 293, definitely falls in line with breaking before December 31st, right? So I'm pretty optimistic that the price can definitely go somewhere about $300 or so. 293, 258, 235. Those are going to be my three different levels that I am looking for. So the way I see this, let's see, we could do a couple different things, right? So let's get rid of that line. So if we take a look at it and we have our arrow, this trend line looks like it's probably, maybe gonna, it could stay like that, or it could start going up into this direction. or it can start going down in a negative manner, right? So we're definitely going to want to set our losses. That would be that. And let's go ahead and change our horizontal line. So from here to here, so about 181 plus 18. So if you look at the all-time range up there as we're down, on today, we can see that it's 18. So so we're right here, 181 plus 181 minus 18 is going to give us 163. So that is about where that is going to be about where I want my stop loss. So ultimately what we're trying to make sure is that we give us a little bit room using our average true range from our previous low, right? So that's ultimately what we're trying to give us, is that little bit of padding to make sure that we don't have one bad day and then all of a sudden everything was wiped away before it could potentially continue to keep going upwards. So if I were to place an order, so I would be looking at right here at about a $215 entry level position. Our stop loss would go all the way down here to 163, like we talked about 163, and then obviously if we go down to just this $235 mark, it's only a 0.4 risk to reward ratio, right? So that's a very, very small. That I would be looking at that level, but I'm not 100% sure that I would be selling at that level. I probably wouldn't be selling anything until we get back to this all-time high of 258. Now we're closer to a 1-to-1 risk versus reward ratio. But I can tell you, right now, if we were bought at 215 times what, 20%, 258. So we're looking at, potentially a 20% gain between now and, roughly December 7th, December 8th. So within the next week, if you can make a 20% gain in the next week, I think people would do that all day, every day, right? But we don't know 100% sure if this is exactly the way that it's going to play out. The only thing that we can do is chart it out, map it out, and try to do our best estimating, right? So that is what we are looking to do. So what I would do is probably sell 50% of my position here at 258, hold the other 50%, see if it gets all the way up to $293. I would probably go ahead and actually sell that a little bit lower. I'd probably do like 289, 290. As you start getting closer to $300, it might be a little bit more, again, of a psychological problem. If for some reason we don't have as much of an extended rally as we saw last time and we just kind of stay comparative to this trend line, by the end of the year at its very worst scenario, as long as we don't see some type of market reversal, more than likely I see Solana being at an average healthy $250. So that is my price prediction on Solana. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, do me a favor, smash that like button. It really helps me out with the Google algorithm to make sure that my videos are spread all over the crypto community within YouTube. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, Trading with JP. That way you guys don't miss out on any other future price predictions, because new videos are posted every single week. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Take care.